So we all know that predators are the worst kind of people. They are snakes, chameleons, whom are able to show off certain characteristics. For example, they can be funny, smart, attentive, and kind. But beneath the fake personality, there are disgusting people who lack the ability to form proper relationships. Obviously, that shows because they do the things that they do. 26-year-old David Nwosu used social media apps like Snapchat to speak to underage girls before abusing them in the worst kind of way. Now, David Nwosu would travel around the Midlands in order to meet his victims, even travelling miles out of his way in order to satisfy his sick urges. Now, once he met his young victims, he would charm them, buy them alcohol like vodka, rum, sambuca. Now, of course, his victims were naive and young. They were 15 years old. They gladly accepted the alcohol because it was daring and it was excitement that a fully grown man would be showing these young girls interest. So the victims drank while David stayed sober. So the 26-year-old predator is a serial offender, having already been charged with multiple harm prevention orders. So David added the young girls on Snapchat way back in October 2020. Now, once he charmed his victims, he told the girls to come to his home in Birmingham, in which the girl declined, but then she made the fatal mistake of telling the guy to come to the house in Hinckley. So 3 days later, the date was set. David brought alcohol on his way. Now, when David met his victims, she told police she felt uncomfortable, but then she still accepted the alcohol. And then a friend who was also 15 years old came to the address. And then both girls continued to drink. David just watched them. And when the alcohol was finished, David went back to buy more alcohol, again refusing to touch a drop. He just ploughed them with drink after drink after drink, watching them become drunk. And then, when he was satisfied that they were intoxicated, he had his way with them, both girls. And then he headed back home to his Langford Grove address back in Birmingham as if it was the most normal thing in the world to do. Now, one of the girls' moms found out what had happened and she confronted David Nwosu, but David gave a fake name and a fake age. So the mom called police and an investigation found that David was a serial offender, having committed these type of crimes years previously. Now, at Leicester Crown Court, David Nwosu pleaded guilty to 5 counts of breaching a harm prevention order. He was also given 4 other charges which related to activity with a minor, and 1 count of sending a communication with intent to cause distress or anxiety. So on Friday, June 17th, David was sentenced to over 6 years in prison. He was also subject to an additional 10-year harm prevention order and told he must serve an extended period of licence of 24 months. Now, the harm prevention order did not prevent David from carrying out these attacks. He knew what he was doing because he is a predator. He's got no care in the world. All he wants to do is satisfy his sick urges. Stay safe, safe.